Hello, good morning once again, my dear Matayom 1 students. How are you today? I hope that you're doing good. Now, today we're going to continue our lesson. We are here now with chapter 8, that is about graph on coordinate plane. Okay, so for this lesson, we're going to graph different coordinates on the Cartesian plane. Nah? So we have here first the introduction. So we're going to know first who made this Cartesian plane or the Cartesian coordinate system. So we have here a French mathematician named René Descartes. That was on the year 1596 to 1650. Okay, so he used two perpendicular number lines, a horizontal and a vertical, to form a plane which is known as the Cartesian plane. So the horizontal number or the horizontal number line is the x-axis, and the vertical number line is called the y-axis. And the point of intersection is we call the origin. Okay, so we write here O, or the origin. So the coordinate at the point of origin is 0, 0. Yeah? So again, that in the study of Mr. Descartes, that the Cartesian plane was divided into four quadrants. We have quadrant 1, quadrant 2, quadrant 3, and quadrant 4. Now, as you can see here, in our x-axis, going to the right is all positive, and towards your left is all negative. For the y-axis, going up is all positive, and going down is negative. So therefore, we can say that for quadrant 1, we have all positive here, right? In quadrant 2, we have negative and positive. And for quadrant 3, we have negative and negative. For quadrant 4, we have positive and negative. Because as we said that the coordinate of each point will be x to y. Yeah, so we start with x and next with the y. Cannot be y to x. No? So that is why here, this is positive and this is positive. This is negative and a positive. We have a negative and a negative and a positive and a negative. Yeah? So remember the four quadrants we have here, starting from your right, upper right is quadrant 1, going to the left is quadrant 2, and down quadrant 3, and back to the right quadrant 4. Na? Okay, Mai? Yes. So we have here the ordered pairs. So for the ordered pairs, this is the pair of the coordinate x and y. Okay? So just like, for example, we have here point A. So point A has 3 and 2, no? Meaning 3 for x-axis and 2 for the y-axis. And here we have all positive. And we know that if all positive, that can be found on the first quadrant or quadrant 1. No? So we look for 3, we have 1, 2, 3 here. And we have positive 2 with y, 1, 2, and they will meet at this point. So that's why this is the coordinate 3, 2. Na? Okay, May? Question. No, Chay, May? Now we go to the next slide. So we have here again an example and the other name for the x coordinate on the y coordinate. Na? So again, we know that the x coordinate came from the x-axis, and the y-coordinate is coming from the y-axis. So we have here another name for that. For x-axis, we call it as abscissa. And for the y-coordinate, we call it ordinate. Na? So they have here the abscissa, which is 2, and the ordinate, which is 3, for this ordered pair 2, 3. That can be found in quadrant 1, this one. Na? So try to remember now the other term for the x coordinate, we call it abscissa, and the y coordinate is ordinate. Na? And we have here example of different ordered pairs that we plot here on the Cartesian plane. Like the first one, like we have point P. This is positive 4 and y is 3.5. So we can, if we found this, we can find this in the first quadrant because it has all positive. Shamay? All positive. So it's over here. So that's why we have here point P, 4, you see at x-axis, and 3.5 at y. Or if we say Q, We have positive and negative. So positive and negative can be found in the fourth quadrant, right? Positive for x, negative for y. Nah? So therefore we have here 2, this one, and 3, negative. So they will meet here at this point Q. Nah? Now what if we have point N? Point N we have all negative, right? All negative. So all negative can be found in the third quadrant. Negative for x, negative for y. So that is in third quadrant. We have here 1, 2, okay, and 3. Okay, so we have here 3, negative 3. And we look for y, which is negative 3.5. So it's going down. 1, 2, 3. And 0.5 is here. So this is 3.5, and they will meet at this point. So this is point N, or the coordinate negative 3 and negative 3.5. Now, or if we have point M, this one. Point M is positive and negative. Positive and negative can be found in the fourth quadrant, right? Fourth quadrant. So the x-axis or the x-coordinate is 4, and the y-coordinate is negative 1. So you have your positive 4, this one, and y is negative 1. So they will meet at this part here of the fourth quadrant. Na? Okay, May? Question? No, Chay, May? Okay, so we're going to the next slide. This one. So we have here to plot each set of ordered pairs given below. So we have here 5 ordered pairs. Okay, we're going to plot this coordinate here in our Cartesian plane. So you have here negative 4, 3, negative 2, negative 3, 5, 1, 2, negative 4, and 4, negative 3. Now, so first we have negative 4 and 3. Now where you can find negative 4 and 3? A negative x and a positive y. In which quadrant? Quadrant 1, quadrant 2, quadrant 3, or quadrant 4? That is quadrant 2. Okay? So you have your negative for x and positive for y. So you have negative 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. This here. And 3 for y, 1, 2, 3. So they will meet around here. Huh? Oops. That way. Next is we have negative 2, negative 3. All both negative, right? So for both negative, it can be found where? Quadrant 3. Yes, we have here quadrant 3. For x is negative 3, and for y is negative 2 for x, sorry, and negative 3 for y. Now it's about over here. So next we have here 5, 1. No? So we have all positive here, and we have 5 for the x and 1 for the y. So 5 here, and 1 for the y over here. Huh? There we go. And next is we have 2, negative 4. This is a positive and negative. Where you can find one? Quadrant 4. Huh? Positive 2 for x and negative 4 for y. So it's about here. Huh? And last one, we have 4, negative 3. 4, negative 3, positive and negative. So the same as what we did in number 4. So here in quadrant 4, so you have 4 here for x, positive 4, and a negative 3 for y over here. So you have there. Okay, Mai? Did you understand, Mai? Okay, so if you do have any question, and that's all for today, and we're going to continue more about this in the next meeting. Okay, see you. Bye.